throughout the day, as we are waking up, the sun is rising, the temperature is increasing, falling, humidity is increasing, falling. The energies within our body, the vata, pitta, kapha, the vata of the movement energy, pitta, the metabolism, the alkali acid balance, and the kapha, the ability of the body to be stable, for everything to stay together, the hydration within the body. It is constantly getting challenged. And these Ayurvedic rituals help to keep these energies in balance and then help us stay in a balanced state of mind, samatva. Same as yoga, balance is the goal of Ayurvedic rituals. So when we wake up in the morning, one of the first Ayurvedic ritual in the West that I would love for everybody to practice is, of course, tongue scraping. Because we wake up with a lot of bacteria on the tongue. It is dead bacteria. It is ama meaning toxins. And if we have the habit of scraping it away, then it does not pass into our body with our food, with our first drink, and then that toxicity stays in the body. That RNA, DNA of that dead bacteria is more available for the body to, who knows what might happen. It's best to just cleanse that out. And then the second practice I really would love everybody to, explore, I invite people to try it out, is an oil bath, an oil abhyangam massage. So we take a nice, nourishing, organic, expeller pressed oil, like a sesame oil or even olive oil, almond oil. We apply it all over our body, over our head, around our ears, on our navel, the soles of our feet. And we keep this on our body for about 15 minutes. We do some kind of light yoga, stretching, prayer, meditation at that time. Then wipe it off and take a warm bath. And this is a powerful way to stay young longer. This is a youth elixir. This is an amazing way to bring the mind calm the mind down, to reduce the tendency of the mind to flare up in some kind of heightened emotion. This is an excellent way to keep the skin healthy. We spoke about touching is important. So this is the way we nourish our skin and give the skin a beautiful, loving touch. So that is the second ritual that I would invite everyone to try out. And then the third thing is to pay attention to our diet and to not drink cold water so much anymore, especially when the temperatures are falling, and to drink warm teas. Like I am drinking my warm tea right now. This has black cumin and black seed and some dry ginger. So this is a warming tea I am drinking throughout the day to help flush the toxins from my body. So these are three rituals I would like to talk about that if everybody in America, in North America practiced, I think it would be wonderful. A lot of our flared up emotions would come down.
That's interesting because I think as an Indian, there are certain things that you just do and you don't consider it like a Ayurvedic routine or ritual just because
Right.
you've been doing that all your life. And I'm going like, wait, doesn't everyone scrape their tongues? Because I
My
have been
daughter is
doing this.
American. She doesn't.
No, yeah. And so, I've been doing this by watching my father and mom do this at home. So that's one. And the second thing you mentioned is
The abhyangam.
the
The
abhyangam.
oil
Yeah.
abhyangam.
Yeah. So the massage, the oil massage or the abhyangam, what I wanted to mention was, when I was a kid also, whenever I would get a headache or whether I would, I would get like a mouth ulcer or something like that, my dad would automatically say, you need to get an oil bath. For most of the issues, there was always, go get an oil bath. And, at first I didn't take it really seriously because I couldn't, see the connection. I couldn't see the why. But now it all makes sense, as I grow older and, get more curious and learn how the body works. It all is connected and it makes sense. So you said sesame oil or coconut oil?
Coconut oil is great in summer when it is melted. But in winter, please do not use coconut oil because it's hard. It's not as effective. When a oil has hardened, it's basically saying, "Don't use me. I'm not good for you."
Mustard oil, right? I think you mentioned.
Mustard oil is excellent in winters, but mustard oil is very sharp. Mustard
Yeah.
oil has a lot of enzymes, so we should be careful about applying it on our face and our private parts. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got it. This is a good reminder for me to also do an oil bath, maybe today itself after my workout, after this interview. But you feel so refreshed after an oil bath. You feel so nourished and so taken care of, as if you're stepping out of a sauna. Uh,
Yes.
but in terms of other sort of stuff that I do, particularly, I love intermittent fasting. I
Mm,
do some level of fasting, and sometimes I might just have one meal in a day, which is very popular. It's getting more and more popular as
mm.
people learn the importance of autophagy and how the body responds to you not eating all the time. But
Right.
what does Ayurveda say about fasting?
Ayurveda is absolutely on board with fasting. Ayurveda
Okay.
is probably one of the first medicine systems that uses fasting as a therapy, as a
Yep.
healing modality. So, langana is the word for fasting. And, in whenever anybody presents with any kind of health concern, the Ayurveda physician looks at them and says, "Should I do langana or should I do brahmana?"
Yep.
Langana meaning fasting, reducing the body mass, and Brahmana means nourishing, improving, tonifying, and adding more nourishment into the body. And we are all in the West, even in the East now, even all over the world, globe. All of us have too much nutrition. All of us have too much food in our bodies. We're not
Yep.
working as much. So intermittent fasting is, Ayurveda has, we don't even feel hungry. There's a beautiful protocol. We don't even feel hungry. We wake up in the morning. The first food of the morning is a tablespoon of ghee. And
Mm.
once we have taken the ghee with some nice warm water, that ghee passes through our system. It goes into every cell, and we don't feel hungry till about 11, sometimes even 1. And when we feel really hungry, that's when we have some kind of a congee, some kind of a light gruel diet. And then we have a light dinner at maybe 6 o'clock. And I did this kind of fasting for 9 days during the Navratras. And I have to tell you, AJ, my mind was so crazy before that because of the COVID and all the stress and all these Zoom calls.
Yeah.
9 days later, my mind was crystal clear, sharp, so much better than before. My body is so much more energetic than before. And not in those 9 days did I feel hungry or did I feel desperate for food. I felt nourished.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the body is marvelous in its ability to adapt to the positive stress that sometimes we apply on it. But teaching your body to not be dependent on so much of food and eating within an interval, for me as well, has been so amazing. Firstly, it's more convenient because I don't have to make food all the
Mhm.
time, and secondly, when I do make the food, it becomes more of a ritual. It becomes more of a
Right.
routine because my body is at that point is really looking forward to the food. And when I do have the food, invariably, I'm taking into consideration, the greens, having
Mhm.
some healthy fat, some nuts,
Mhm.
maybe some meat, and mixing it all up, having a balanced diet, and having adequate food to last me another 16 hours or
Yes.
so. So
Yeah. Ayurveda says hita mita ahara means good food cooked with a lot of love, a little bit of quantity.